Hi, this is Marty Leckletter, Product Manager for IBM Forms Experience Builder. In this video, we're going to take a look at how we can use fonts with your Forms Experience Builder applications. Okay, so let's get started. In my example, I have a simple form. It's got a header, it's got some text, some input fields, a line, nothing special. When I preview this, I see all the default styles. So I'm using the default style sheet. I have not specified any treatment to the text in the text widget. So it's pretty much what I see is what I get. So let's spice this up a little bit with some fonts. In this case, what I want to do is I want to introduce some fonts to the application from Google. So I'm going to use Google fonts. And these can be fonts from various sources. They could be fonts stored on your web server. In this case, I like Google because they're free and they're very reliable. And there's over 600 font families that you can choose from. So let's pick a few. And I'm going to pick a few outrageous ones because it makes it a little bit more obvious what I'm doing. Let's go with this Rancho Font. So what it will do is take me through 3 steps for the font. It's going to ask me what sort of style I want for the Rancho Font. In this case, there's only one to choose from. The character set, and then the way I want to introduce this to my web application. Now, the method that I want is at import. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to paste that into the first line of my CSS. So I started this file here called googlefonts.css. I'm in Notepad+, and that's the first line. Let's go and get another piece of information from that page for Rancho. I'm going to get the CSS command, and we're just going to take this and put it somewhere on the page, park it there for now, and let's go get another font. So how about we look for Oswald? And these can be any fonts you want. With Oswald, we see there's three different choices, and we see a couple of character sets and the same standard at import in JavaScript. So we're going to grab the at import, copy that to the clipboard. Let's bring that over into our style sheet. We'll make that the second line, and then like we did with Rancho, we'll go back and get this command, because that will be useful for later. And we'll just park that there. So let's get started building some styles. So in Forms Experience Builder, you always start with a .lf. And the reason you do this is to distinguish the styles from other styles which you may have on your web page. Let's call this style 1. Not very creative, but I think it makes a point. And we'll go with an open bracket. And the first item we want in here is, we'll just cut this, the font family. All right, now there's one thing I want to do after this. I want to say at important. And what this does is it tells Forms Experience Builder that it should override any default or existing fonts that it has assigned to that particular item. Let's continue on with this. Let's have a little fun, and we'll say font size. How about we make this 38 pixels? We really want to see it. And again, we'll say at important. And then we'll say color. Let's make it blue. I can put in a hex or any other value, but blue is pretty straightforward and it's easy to type. We'll make that important as well. And then maybe I'll say text shadow, which is a nice effect. What we'll do is say 2 pixels for the shadow, and offset by 2 pixels. And we'll make this shadow gray. And we are done with style 1. Well, almost done. What I want to do is put a universal indicator here, an asterisk, so that anything I tag with this, all the descendants of it are assigned the attributes that I have for the style. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll create style number 2. And what I'm going to do is just build off of what I have here. And we'll change that 1 to a 2. And let's go grab the serif, the Oswald sans serif. We'll cut that and we'll paste that on top of Rancho cursive. So now we have a second style. And then maybe we'll make this one 18. We'll make this one, how about if we make this one red? And we'll get rid of the text shadow. Not needed in this particular case. So we have a couple of styles. We'll clean this up a little bit. Click Save. Now let's go over to the Forms Experience Builder application. And let's attach this style sheet that I just created. There it is. Now in the form, I'm going to tag different items with these custom classes. So in every widget you'll see an entry for a custom CSS class name. So what I can do is just type in the class. So that's style 1, that's the Rancho. And then we'll tag this with the other class that we created. This is LF style 2. And I'm going to copy that because we'll use it again. Let's tag first name over here with that class. Now let's take a look at this. So I can just preview this. I don't even have to save it. Oh, forgot one thing. I need to tell Forms Experience Builder to pick up styles from that particular file that I attached. Now we can preview it. And we can see that I've got the 38-point Rancho with the blue 2-pixel shadow, gray shadow, and I've got the Oswald red here, and then I've got the Oswald red here. And then if I go ahead and type my name in, you'll see that everything about this particular field, all the descendants, have been styled. Now, in some cases, maybe you want to style just individual elements and you want to do it globally. Well, there's additional ways to style things in Forms Experience Builder. If you look at the documentation, there's pretty good information on how style sheets work. And there's a map of just about everything, including view results. So you can look at the headers, different buttons. So let's say what I want is the form label. All right, so in this case I've got input fields with the form label. And I want to assign a class just for that. So what I would do is come in here and say .lfmn and then .lf form label. So this is the documented class that I'm looking at. And then what I can do is simply just take one of these styles here and we'll just cheat a little bit again. And we'll copy that and paste that down here. And I'll say that instead of red, this is, I don't know, this is green. And we're going to make this 14 points. All right. All right, so I've got 3 different styles here. 2 fonts introduced. We'll go ahead and go back to the application. We'll delete the old style sheet and then we'll add the new. And then we'll preview this again. So we see style 1 and style 2 working as before with the header and the text below. And we see that the green Oswald is being applied with LF form label globally. But one of the things that's interesting is that the input field on first name and only first name is being styled with style 2. And you recall that we tagged that. And the style is defined to be applied to any descendants of the item that we tag. So that's an example of being very specific. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.